Welcome to This Explainer. Today we're jumping right into an incredibly empowering and, honestly, much-needed clinical analysis. We are talking about female pleasure and body autonomy. So often this whole topic is shrouded in unnecessary stigma or just plain confusion, right? Well, today is all about understanding our own bodies and desires. We're replacing shame with science, and we're replacing confusion with absolute clarity. Let's get started.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. We've got 5 main areas: desires and physical reality, the main center of pleasure, ways to please yourself, safety and essential precautions, and finally, love your body. This is going to create a really safe, clinical, and structured space for us to explore this important topic.
Section 1, Desires and Physical Reality. Right out of the gate, we need to establish something absolutely crucial. Whether you're unmarried, separated, divorced, or widowed, you are a human being with natural, completely valid physical desires.
And this brilliantly illustrates the fundamental biological difference we're dealing with. For men, pleasure is primarily driven by discharge. It's kind of a straight-line destination, right? But female pleasure, that is heavily reliant on the continuous stimulation of various organs. It's not just a single end goal. It's a wonderfully complex physiological map that requires real attention and understanding.
Which leads us to a highly liberating truth. You absolutely do not need a male partner to fulfill your desires. Self-stimulation is a completely natural, healthy, and empowering path to pleasure. Nobody should ever feel pressured into unwanted intimacy with a man just to satisfy a biological need. Exploring your own body is a perfectly viable, safe option.
Let's move to and see how this builds on our anatomy. In Section 2, the main center of pleasure.
Right at the core of all this is the clitoris. Anatomically speaking, this is the most highly sensitive part of the female anatomy. It serves as the primary source of stimulation and pleasure for women. By clinically defining this and just normalizing the actual anatomical terminology, we take the mystery out of it, We empower ourselves to understand exactly what our bodies respond to for satisfaction.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the massive reality check it provides. Look at this. An overwhelming 80% of female pleasure comes directly from clitoral stimulation. Compare that to the less than 20% who achieve pleasure exclusively from vaginal penetration. I mean, wow, that completely debunks the widespread societal myth that women only need penetration to be satisfied. It's a literal game changer when you align your understanding with actual biology.
Moving right along to Section 3, ways to please yourself. Because remember, you are the leading expert on your own body, and you are in total control of your own physical exploration.
There are 3 primary areas we're going to focus on for self-pleasure: breast stimulation, clitoral stimulation, and internal fingering. Knowing about all 3 gives you a complete toolkit for your own bodily autonomy.
First up, breast stimulation. Using touches, gentle massages, and applying skin-safe creams or oils doesn't just feel good. It actually has dual benefits. Regular massage keeps the tissue healthy, maintains firmness, and builds a really powerful mind-body connection that enhances your overall well-being.
Next, we have a vital distinction: clitoral stimulation versus fingering. Clitoral stimulation is focused on touching that highly sensitive outer organ we just talked about. Fingering, on the other hand, involves inserting fingers internally for vaginal stimulation. Understanding the difference between external and internal methods is super important, mostly because it sets up the exact safety measures you absolutely need depending on which path you choose.
Which brings us perfectly to Section 4, safety and essential precautions. Exploring is totally natural, but doing it safely is paramount, so you can avoid any physical pain. Let's walk through this table of do's and don'ts. For the do's, definitely use natural lube or oil, use skin-friendly toys, and above all, be gentle. On the don't side, never use dry hands. Definitely don't have sharp nails that can cause microscopic cuts, and avoid harsh or extreme vibrators. Knowing exactly how to prevent cuts, pain, or discomfort is literally the foundation of a good, healthy experience.
So the crucial point is this: the clitoris is incredibly sensitive. Applying too much pressure without a natural lubricant is going to lead directly to pain and discomfort. You've got to be exceedingly gentle and hygienic with your most sensitive organs. Think about it. Friction without lubrication is basically the absolute enemy of pleasure. Now, if you're using toys as an alternative to fingers, the source gives us some fantastic clinical guidelines. Always choose skin-friendly materials, opt for mild vibrators instead of overly aggressive ones, ensure they are easily washable to maintain strict hygiene, and of course, always use them with lubrication. This is a totally judgment-free space, and integrating safe, clean tools can really elevate your comfort significantly.
Finally, Section 5, love your body. Let's focus strictly on your mental and emotional well-being here.
We really need to discuss a critical warning. Extreme explicit videos are crafted by industry experts strictly to provoke immediate visual arousal for an audience. They absolutely do not represent realistic, healthy self-pleasure.
Please, for sure, do not compare your private, personal experiences to the exaggerated, vulgar standards you see in online explicit content. Your real life is not a performance for anyone else.
I want you to really absorb this quote from the source material. It says, love your body, do what feels right for you, whether it's fingering, clitoral stimulation, or massaging. Never feel the need to copy anyone else. I mean, how powerful is that? Whatever specific method you personally prefer is entirely valid. It's time to remove all that societal expectation and just honor exactly what brings you comfort and joy.
So, what does this all mean? It leaves us with one final, empowering question. Are you ready to reject societal shame and start embracing your body's unique desires on your own terms? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep exploring safely, and remember, your body, your rules.